On this occasion, 90% of what you're going to hear is true. This one's called For the Record, or if you think more cryptically, it could be For the Record. But anyway, the week I logged in London, I scored an interview with Westminster City Council, who were looking for a new parking inspector. Well, to me, the offer sounded great. The turf was round the streets of St John's Wood, NW8. They issued me a uniform and it fitted me just fine. I started on the 8th of August 1969 with my light blue shirt and cap and tie and badge and epaulettes. For a bush kid to come to London, this was as good as it gets. I'm on the job quite early, having not slept much last night. I set off down the Grove End Road, then swing sharply to the right. I'm on the lookout for infringers. Here's my first one for today. He's got 2 wheels on the pavement and 2 on the carriageway. Now, I'll admit I knew to all the rules and regulations, but I know that common sense applies in all our operations. A blind person on the footway might just walk right into it. I could have a tow, but would the regulations let me do it? Call the supervisor? No. No mobile phones back in the day. They hadn't even issued me with a crackly old 2-way. So I take the registration, write it down for future ref. I jot it in the notebook. LMW 281F. Next, a light blue Triumph Herald, also straddling the curb. I walk down the road towards it and I smell a fragrant herb. I'm near the gate of number 3 with its Georgian facade. With 3 painters in white overalls, they emerge from the front yard. They introduce themselves and shake hands. Derek, Alan, Steve. But I'm worried about these vehicles. I ponder as I leave. Should I ping them? Should I have them towed? I'm looking for a guide. When a police van does a U-turn and parks on the other side, I figure they'll know what to do. They stroll across the street, they swing back the sliding doors and spring out quickly to their feet. Just as I'm about to ask them, one calls out, "We've got to go, but hey, take a seat inside the van, sit back and watch the show." This is a police directive, which I think I should obey. I slide the door and hop inside as they set off on their way. One redirects to traffic. He's only just a lad, while his mate talks to a Scotsman with a big old Hasselblad. At some point, some geezer comes to the van and clears his throat. He's wearing horn-rimmed glasses and a heavy tweed sports coat. I'm afraid I don't really take too much notice, I confess, because I'm looking at a pretty girl in a bluish mini dress. The Scotsman climbs a ladder. He throws me a quick smile. As 4 young chaps stride out and cross the road in single file, and in a manner somewhat characteristic of the Scots, he economically bangs off just half a dozen shots. And soon the traffic's moving. The policemen amble back. I better make a move myself before I get the sack. I don't think I'll issue tickets. I don't really feel the urge. As I pick up a pair of sandals that were left out on the verge. Next month, I'm in the record shop. And what should catch my eye? But the girl in the blue dress that I encountered gliding by. I met her further down the road. I'm rather glad I did. We hit it off. She became the mother of my kids. Flip it over, look. Paul's barefoot. And as many of you know, it sparked those crazy rumours, I'm sure you've heard them though. It was rather hot that summer day, and I suspect somehow he's just gone and kicked his sandals off. Hell, I'm wearing them right now. There's the pale blue Triumph Herald. I did stay out in the sun. I didn't issue it a ticket, though I'm sure I should have done. And the painters, Alec, Derek, Steve, I think that at this point, they just stuck out of the studio to share a little joint. And look, the geezer in the coat, he stood right there on the spot. Well, it's only now I realise that I'm also in the shot. You can just make out my left arm, sitting there in the black comma. And what's that parked across the way? The air-cooled photo bomber. That dodgily parked Volkswagen. I almost had it towed. But it started as the fifth Beetle that day up on Abbey Road. And it nestles in the shade. It will forever occupy between the zebra crossing and the gates of the EMI. Thank you.